Tecumseh is recruiting warriors 1,000 miles away when Brock falls at Queenston Heights. By now, the Shawnee chief is known to every tribe from the Canadian border to the Gulf of Mexico. The war has given him an opportunity to realize a vision. A unified and independent Indian Confederacy powerful enough to resist American expansion. A nation within a nation.
The whites have driven us from the sea to the lakes. We can go no farther. Unless every tribe unanimously combines to give a check to the ambition and avarice of the whites, they will soon conquer us apart and disunited, and we will be driven from our native country and scattered as autumn leaves before the wind.
To American leaders intent on expanding settlement, Tecumseh is a dangerous man. Indiana Governor William Henry Harrison both fears and admires him.
The implicit obedience and respect which the followers of Tecumseh pay to him bespeaks him one of those uncommon geniuses which spring up occasionally to produce revolutions.
Tecumseh has emerged as one of the most powerful Indian leaders on the continent. As the war enters its second year, he has demonstrated his courage and skill in half a dozen battles. But in September of 1813, Tecumseh can only listen to a faraway battle and wait. Out on Lake Erie, the sound of warships carries for 30 miles. The American and British fleets are in the midst of a battle that will change the course of the war. An Englishman had once sneered that the American Navy was nothing but a few frigates manned by a handful of bastards and outlaws. But today, they are good enough. When it is over, the Americans have command of Lake Erie. Tecumseh knows what will come next. His old enemy, William Henry Harrison, is waiting with an invasion force of 5,000 men. Tecumseh looks forward to the fight. But his allies have other ideas. Now that they have lost control of the lake, the British fear they can be cut off and trapped on the Detroit frontier. So they choose retreat. Fort Detroit, which Tecumseh and Brock had captured a year earlier, is abandoned. In a rage, Tecumseh confronts the British general, Henry Proctor, and accuses him of cowardice.
We must compare our father's conduct to that of a fat dog that carries his tail on his back, but when frightened, he drops it between his legs and runs off. We wish to remain here and fight our enemy. You have got the arms and ammunition. If you intend to retreat, give them to us, and you may go. Our lives are in the hands of the Great Spirit. We are determined to defend our lands, and if it be His will, we wish to leave our bones upon them.
Proctor is unmoved. The British will pull back up the Thames River, all the way to York if necessary. It is an agonizingly slow retreat. For a week, Harrison's army chases them down, gaining every day. By the time General Proctor finally turns to make a stand at Moraviantown, the Redcoats and Tecumseh's warriors are exhausted and disheartened. Most have not eaten in more than 2 days. They have only a single cannon and not much ammunition, and they are outnumbered 2 to 1. The Americans mount a cavalry charge. For the Redcoats and Private Shadrach Byfield, veteran of Detroit and Queenston Heights, the battle is over in less than 10 minutes.
After exchanging a few shots, our men gave way. One of our sergeants exclaimed, "For God's sake, men, stand and fight!" I stood by him and fired one shot, but the line was broken and the men were retreating. I then made my escape into the wood.
General Proctor fled for safety as soon as the fighting started. Leaving his men to be captured or killed. On the right flank, Tecumseh and a few hundred warriors, now hopelessly outnumbered, fight on for another hour. Then, the sound of Tecumseh's voice, which all had heard urging on the fight, is gone. It is not certain who killed Tecumseh or what happened to his body. Some believe his warriors carried him from the field as they retreated. Others claim the body was left to American souvenir hunters who took his clothing and tore off strips of skin for razor strops. What is certain is that wherever he lies, there is nothing to mark the place.
The Great Barrier was broken. It was my last fight. My heart was very big then. Tecumseh filled it. It has been empty ever since.
Tecumseh's army has been broken. Never again will the military services of the Indians regain their importance in colonial affairs. Tecumseh's dream of a pan-Indian confederacy dies with him.